Grand Rising Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, the comments, everything. I appreciate it all. We're going to go ahead and ring this bell. We're going to clear out this energy, and then we're just going to see what the message the Spirit has for us this morning. Grand Rising. Something about the past. I don't know if the past is resurfacing, if it's something about the past you can't let go, but something about the past. Because we heard the bell kind of go round and round. Bottom of the deck, maybe a contract, maybe justice, maybe something about you getting some money, you getting this contract, the door, the value is open for you. Hey, Shaylin. Yeah, it's almost like when you learn to let things go, when you learn to stop, like they say, don't sweat the small stuff. When you learn to let something go, that's whenever you opened up this door. Like it wasn't a physical door, but you open up this door, this heaven's door that now heaven can pour upon that abundance of blessings on you, because whatever it was over you, was holding you down, it was holding you back. But now that you've let it go, it has gone on. Yeah, whatever was holding you down was holding you back, but now it's gone. What's the message? What's the message? Maybe you had a plan in place of how to let something go. Maybe it was somebody that you had to let go because you knew that this person was not right for you. They weren't for you. Every time this person came around, because of their negative, negativity, their envy, their hate, their whatever it was, there was always some type of storm behind them. You had to let them go. It was, they came on the scene, and then before they came on the scene, everything was good, everything was great. But when they came on the scene, then everything went to shit. You realized you needed some balance in your life, especially because after this person left, they left you empty-handed. They left you where you were on the outside looking in, whereas you used to be on the inside. But now, because this person came in, there was this negative energy that came into your life and ruined everything. And now you find yourself on the outside. Maybe you're having to look at the past. Maybe you're having to realize, or really even deduce or think about, or something, put it together that, you know what, this, and this were in place. But then whenever this one person, this common denominator came into this picture, everything was blown. Everything was gone. So somebody had to finally realize that I need to get rid of that common denominator. That's what's fucking everything up. I need to get rid of that person, that whatever it was. Yes, because they were, so that they can have a happy family again, because right now they were not there. They had to come up with a plan. Hey, Natural and Urban. Hey, James and Biscuit. I know that's right, Natural and Urban. These spiritual streets. Yes. What's the message, Spirit? I'm glad to see you in Biscuit, James. What's the message? What's the message? Oh, that's too much. It's too much. It's too much. So we'll start with this. Yeah, somebody realized that they had to get rid of this, because this, like I said, they realized that every time somebody came around, there was always something behind them. And they realized that was the dark attachment to them. That was it. It's like somebody, they knew that somebody was deceiving them. They refused to listen to their own intuition, their instincts, and that's why they were in that situation. Their money was all tied up. Their confidence was tied up. Their relationships were tied up. Everything was tied up. But when somebody decided that they wanted to heal this, whatever it was, that's whenever the abundance of blessings came, whenever they finally decided to heal. That's whenever someone realized that this person was not their equal match, that this person was a heartbreaker. This is somebody that helped them to have their own heart broken over this person. Someone is waking up and they're realizing that, you know what? They surrounded themselves with the devil. I don't know why I was getting ready to say that identity. And maybe this is somebody who identifies as the devil. But whatever it was, somebody had talked to somebody and they had made them afraid to move forward for love. Like they had shamed them to say, oh, you love somebody? Oh, that's not good. Oh, this and that and the other. You know, like they were shaming somebody. And now this person is realizing that they allowed themselves to be shamed and they allowed themselves to be stopped or hindered. They allowed their progress to be curtailed. They allowed their journey to be abolished. Hey, 007 Maniac, Grand Rising to you. And now this person is thinking about it. They're thinking about it. They're looking at everything and they're thinking, okay, so they're realizing they allowed somebody that they thought had something to come in and cause all types of chaos. Now this person is not sure, where to go, what's up. They allowed somebody to come in and they thought, oh, this person has some money. This person's got something. This person has something I need. That person didn't have nothing that you needed. What's the message? Sometimes we think, oh, it can't be this person. No, it's not this person. It's just a string of bad luck. But you'd be surprised when you get that person out of your energy, away from you, how that bad luck all of a sudden clears up. Yes. Someone's going to have the courage to take a road or to go through a door that they didn't anticipate. And maybe this is that door that's going to help you clear up that bad luck that you think that you got. It's not bad luck. It's someone's negativity. Yeah, they need to understand that love is really what they need. It wasn't that false promise of money. That just got somebody stuck. Now this is the same person that's having these anxious thoughts and know that they should have gone through. They should have stayed on their path. They should have spoke up. They should have, stuck up for you. They should have did whatever they needed to do that they know was doing right at that time. But instead, they allowed themselves to be suckered. They allowed themselves to be bamboozled by the devil. And what the devil had to say. And they could picture it, but they were never, ever, ever going to be able to touch it. Because the devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. Now this person, they see this. Now they see what they gave up. They see what they gave up. Thinking that they had some type of choice. With this indecision card, thinking that they had a choice. They didn't have a choice. They did have a choice, but it was either to give up to go through with your destiny or to give up your divinity. That was the choice. Yeah, that was a choice. And they didn't choose well. They didn't follow their intuition. They allowed somebody to trick them out their spot. And it's almost like somebody had told them about it. They told them about this decision. They told them don't go down that road. They told them you don't want that smoke. But they thought that somebody was telling them wrong. It wasn't. Now they appreciate what somebody was telling them because now they see where they're at. Stuck with all these hostilities because now that somebody understands what you was talking about when you was talking about this devil. See, that somebody was like, they look innocent enough. Well, they sound innocent enough. Well, they dress nice. They drive a nice car. Oh, look, they look innocent enough. Well, fuck it. The devil sure does look innocent enough. Hey, Kate, Hypey, 21214, how are you? Yes. Now this is somebody's realizing that, you know what, they did choose wrong. They had this relationship, but whatever, somebody wasn't being treated right, so she walked away, apparently. And now look at her now. Now somebody feels, that's why somebody is feeling stupid. Because they had time. They had time to open up their heart. They had time to work on themselves. They had time to get back on their journey. But instead, what did they want to do? They wanted to be around the community. Now, that community that they thought was going to be bigging them up, lifting them up, helping them to do things, this somebody is off balance. They don't have nothing. This person, they it's like they're almost afraid of their own shadow. It's pretty bad whenever you do somebody who's doing you right so fucking wrong that when that person leave you, now you are afraid of your own shadow. Who does that? I know a few people that did. Because it's like, yeah, if you are not loyal to those that are loyal to you, when they leave, who's going to be loyal to you? Somebody realizes that now. But especially whenever they need that loyalty. This is when they need that loyalty. This is whenever they realize that heart chakra, that opening it up, that letting shit go, that what do they call that? Forgiveness. That hard word, forgiveness. Forgiving someone who you felt has done something against you. But guess what? We've all done something against someone else. We all have that shame to bear. We all have that burden to carry. So we all need forgiveness for ourselves, for others, so that God will forgive us because of our trespasses, the things that we know we're doing, and the things we don't know what we're doing. So who are we not to forgive somebody when we want forgiveness? Yeah, somebody they realize they didn't give you any forgiveness, and now they're out there looking for it whenever it's not being afforded to them. And this is their karma, and this is exactly what they get. This is their victory. This is their chapter that they closed. They didn't want to give you any type of grace, no type of concession, no forgiveness, no, hey, I understand that shit happened. No, oh, we all make mistakes. They was like, oh, you did this against me. Never again. I'll never trust you. I'll never be nice to you. I'll never do this. I'll never give you grace. I'll never give you mercy. I'll never, never, never. Well, now this person is in that same position where they need that same shit. And guess what? Everybody is telling them, I've never, never, never. Now all of a sudden that message that God was given to somebody, those downloads about getting on your journey. Now all of a sudden someone's like, damn, I should have done that instead. It's like this is time. This is divine timing. It really is. Someone said they'll never do this. And now look at them. Trying to figure out how to get it done. Trying to figure out, should I do this? Do I call people to say, hey, I'm sorry, I forgive you. Do you forgive me? I mean, this person is trying to figure out what's the best way because they know they're getting their ass kicked right now. They know they're getting their ass kicked. They know they don't have a pot to fucking piss in because they wanted to hold the line. They wanted to be so tough, so strong, so unforgiving. So it's my way or the highway. And now they're finding out that maybe that highway is a little bit not bad. Now that they're finding out that so many people took the highway instead of their way. Now maybe somebody's starting to think, you know what? I probably should have been a little more kind. Probably should have been a little more gentle. Probably should have been a little more understanding. You know, someone is starting to wake up. Sorry, y'all. I got an eyelash or something in my eye. There it is. Someone is starting to wake up. Yes, because they've been deceiving themselves. They've been lying to themselves. Hey, Bragsy, how are you? Yeah, somebody, and they realize lying to themselves, they only hurt them. They only hurt themselves. They didn't hurt you. Now someone is understanding that, you know what? They should have been leaving shit alone. They should have been forgiving instead of sitting here feeling like, no, I can't do it. Like they can't, like they don't see that they're going to need somebody. Their intuition was telling them something, but they didn't listen. Now that this person is at this, they have a new beginning. Now the truth is starting to hit them because they're needing help. They're working their way up from the base, from the ground up, and they need some assistance. And what are they doing? They're thinking about you. How you would have been the first person to jump in to help them. You know? How you were so patient with them, trying to help them, waiting for them to open up their heart chakra to let you in. And now that this person, they see the error of the ways. Now they want to transform because they're going through all that heartache and loss. All because they wanted it their way or the highway. Which highway? Highway 4, 70. Which highway? Highway 10. Which highway? 55, 35. Which one? 35. Which one? Which one? 29. Which highway? Because it's better than just everything being your way. Something about somebody's material and spiritual prosperity. And they need some, or yes, about somebody's material and spiritual prosperity. But I feel like this is somebody that they really needs some balance in their life. They really do. You know, they're looking at you, and it's almost like you have this victory and success. You are like this guiding light because the whole time they're sitting here thinking about you and how you were sitting there talking to God, calling out to God, talking to, yes, Lord, thank you. I mean, they was like, every time you be like, something would positive would happen, or even didn't even have to be positive. Something happened, and you would say, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Yes, Spirit. Thank you, Lord. And this person would be like, oh, here they go with this shit again. But they're seeing that, you know what? They made a move, they made a choice, and they made a decision that they didn't want to honor God. And this is why this person is now receiving some conflict, and everything that they're going through, they're feeling like they're defeated. Yes. They wasn't listening. They wasn't listening to what their own third eye was telling them about as far as partnerships and alliances. This person thought that they was just too smooth or something. Like they just had all the answers. All of them. Not some of them, not most of them, but all of them, the motherfuckers. They thought that it was just all about the material harvest. They find out now it's not even about the money, because this person is suffering in silence. It was never about the money, boo. Mm-mm. It was never about the money. Something's happening quickly. I don't know if it's your power that's growing, or is it that your faith is growing, but something is happening quickly. And these are three eights, 8, 8, and then the 17 breaks down to an 8. So it's almost like, like I said, something was going back around, coming back around. Okay. So this person is starting to remember about when they first started, when things first started looking up for them, when they started feeling prosperous, when they started growing their money, whenever they started whatever. And then they're thinking about, here's another 8, when you walked away. Because you had to stand your ground. You had to. This person was trying to put you through too many obstacles and challenges. And this is somebody that you lived with. This is somebody that you lived with, you cared for, you loved. This is somebody who was supposed to have been there for you. But they weren't. And this is whenever God told you it's time for you to go. And so you did. And that's whenever God let this person know they about to start all over. If they didn't appreciate and respect the shit that you did, how hard you worked, how much you put in, how much love you gave, then you take it back and they can get their own. They can prove to themselves and to the world how easy that shit was that you gave to them. But you already know. You already know. And they are wise enough to know too that that was no easy feat that you did. They know that. This person that was so busy walking around acting like they was a big man on campus, like they did it all, like they made all the proper choices. They did all this, they did all that, but everyone knows that it was not them. That it was you. You were the one that was encouraging them. You was the one that was patiently waiting for them. You was the one that was doing things. You was the one that was cultivating them. You were the one that was showing them the way. Everyone knows that it was you. That it was you. That it was your time. It was your efforts. It was your energy. Everyone knows. Mm-hmm. And that's why everything that was going around is coming right back around. Like I said, the past is coming right back around. This person, they want to be loved by you so bad. I don't know why I'm hearing that song by Gilligan's Island, from Gilligan's Island. Who was that? What was what was it? The actress on Gilligan's Island. You know, the one who was the Hollywood actress, and she was singing that song. I wanna be loved by you, and nobody else but you. That song. This person wants that, but they're not in the place, in the space. They're so disrupted right now because they know that, you know what, they messed up this spiritual union. They know that. They thought they were going to get triumph with whatever they was thinking, but instead they're receiving these material and these financial and material changes because they haven't dealt with their dark night of the shadow yet. So no matter what this person wants, if they can't get themselves together, it's not going to work. And like I said, Spirit had you take all your shit away. Spirit said, take it all, take it all. Even the little crumbs, take all of it. Take all of it. They didn't appreciate none of it. Let them get their own. Let them get their motherfucking own. Don't help them with shit. Don't help them with nothing. Let them get their own. Let them see exactly how easy it is. Let them see exactly what they're going to get. Let them realize you was doing things because I had you doing things. I was your spiritual strength. I'm the one that gave you the recognition and reward. Let them fool themselves. Let them. Because I want to see this. I want to see them sacrifice themselves. Somebody thought that they was going to outshine you. They was going to show you up. They didn't show you up. They showed everybody how silly they were. They showed everybody how silly they were. Trying to show you up on something that you had did for them. You know, like you know, let's just say that well, I don't know what the name of that movie was, but let's just say that oh gosh, what was the name of that movie? Thin Line Between Love and Hate or something. I don't know what it was. But anyway, this woman, she saw this dude on the street, you know, his teeth was all jacked up. He was just had like a little, you know, a little part-time job, and she liked him. She took him in, she cleaned him up, got his teeth all straight and everything. And then he was trying to play her. That, you know, Spirit says somebody got to work on the truth. They got to work on themselves. They got to work from the bottom all the way to the top, from the rooter to the suitor, to build themselves up. So that people, so whenever next time, you know, they're talking to somebody, they're going to give somebody their due. You know, it's like somebody it's kind of like what I'm seeing or feeling is like, you know, let's just say that somebody has a really excellent idea. Okay. Someone has a really great idea and they tell somebody else about it. And that other person they told about it takes it as their own and starts spreading it like it was their own, as opposed to saying, you know what? Red Violet had this excellent idea and we're going to put it together and you know, giving somebody their credit. So it's like somebody right here was not trying to give somebody else their due credit. And this person is now thinking about that person, how long they waited for this person, or how patient they were with this person, you know, to do the right thing. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. What's the message? Yeah, but you know what? Somebody they're feeling it this morning. They're feeling something this morning. It's like, for whatever reason, I'm like looking up at this picture, but it's like it's a feather, but it doesn't look like a feather right now. It almost looks like an egg, and then like the cracking of the egg, and you can see the light coming out. You know, I don't know why, because it's truly a feather, a picture of a feather. Yes, okay. So yeah, this is why. So this person is going through this right now, this emotional loss. But Spirit is Spirit is confirmation. Spirit is shining through. Spirit is shining through. Spirit is giving this person, you know, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Hey, Earth sign. The spirit is like letting this person know that this is the way. This is the way. That crack, that light shining through, that crack on that egg. That egg is cracking, Humpty Dumpty. That shit is cracking. Spirit is coming through, regardless whether somebody's ready or not. Yes, it's time for them to stop sacrificing themselves with their own lives. You know, they are sacrificing themselves with their own lives. Right. Hey, Addie and Earth sign. I'm not sure if I said hi. And Deborah, did I say hi to you, Deborah? So, yep. Because now somebody's really starting to listen to their intuition. Their intuition is like, you know what, you need to give it to God. You really do. You need to give it to God. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like this person is starting to understand the power of love. Because love is the strongest emotion out there. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter how many different people, you know, your heart always comes back to the love. Because right now, somebody don't feel like they winning. They're going through a lot of shit. They're going through a lot. But it's only what they brought on themselves. That's all that is. That's all that is, what they brought on themselves. What else? Anything else in this deck? All of this. Okay. I'm not going to do all that. Just like one or two. Any one or two cards from the deck. Not 22. Okay. We'll do this. Yeah, somebody... this is funny. They're having a mental conflict about them starting over, about their, you know, it's almost like they really didn't have faith or confidence within themselves. They really didn't. But you know, I feel like something within this person is starting to wise up. This person is starting to wise up and understand that it starts with them. It begins and it ends all with them. You can't make this up. It starts with them. They want that positive movement. They want that prosperity. It starts with them. Yes, this person is aware of who you are now. Now they understand that it started with you. You tried to pass it on to them. They refused it, but now they have to do it. You see, these two, this, notice that it's this ring and this ring. You know, like I said, it started with you. Started with you. You recognize yourself. You went all the way around to get everybody in your area, in your circle, but they didn't want it at that time. So now it has to start with them. They got to do their own work. They have to do their own work. And they have to do it alone. No matter how long it takes. That's the whole thing. No matter how long it takes, because somebody has to clear up their karma. And they have a lot of it to clear up. They got a lot of it to clear up. There's been so many people that have walked away from this person. And the family and the neighborhood, whatever. They have a lot to clean up. Damn. This person's going to be working for a minute. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Let's see. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. Damn. Somebody's just like, oh, okay. They are upset because of how they treated you. They're upset how they treated you because they know that they didn't treat you the way they should have. So, yep. Mm. And now this person can see that you are balanced, patient, kind. You're an earth angel. You're just doing you. You know, this person, they was walking around and they was just trying to be all sneaky, but they were bold or lying or they were just, not right, but they was trying to be so bold about it in front of everybody. They was bold in front of everybody. But now, all of a sudden, I don't know what the fuck happened, but they don't feel so bold now. Now they want to let shit rest. They don't want nobody to talk about it because that tower happened. All that made up shit that they said about you, all the scenarios and situations that never really happened, this all over. It's all over. Everybody know you've been doing you for the longest. Okay? You've been doing you. You in your money. You victorious. You ain't studying nobody. Like I said, you got the gift. It was this person that was trying to act out. This person who had this idea that they was gonna go in, they was gonna disrupt whatever, and they was gonna be fine. Well, no, it didn't work out like that. You still came out with everything. You still got all the gold. You still got all the happiness. You still are the matriarch. You still came up with everything. Yes. And now this person is finding out that all they did, instead of trying to work with you, all they did was get themselves stuck, caught up. And now judgment has been made. They're trying to talk themselves out of making it seem like, oh, no. It wasn't like this. It was like that. No. Like they wasn't trying to stab you in your back in your own home. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't realize who you was. You know what I'm saying? Like God didn't say, hey, tap, tap, tap. Yo, let me let you know. Because you act like you don't know. Let me let you know. It's like, okay, so, and you told somebody. You told them the truth. You was like, hey, this is that and the other, whatever. And then this person thought that they could strike against you, but they find out that you was already protected. This person thought they could strike out against you. How rich. You was already protected. God said, I'm not letting that shit happen no time soon. No time soon. This is why this person is like going through something. Why everybody's like looking at them like you can't make this up. Why everybody's looking at them like you got to be kidding. Why would you even do this to this person? Because this person was in your corner. This is somebody you could have been one of your kids trying to fight with you. Could have been or this could have been from a different life, a past life. Somebody feeling like they was going to get you from a past life. They better go sit down somewhere. Anywhere. We don't even care. Just go sit down. What's the message? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. And this person is all sad, sick, sorry, busted, disgusted. Because now everybody was sitting there saying, I don't even know why they was trying to get with the Empress like that. I don't even know why they was trying to do all that because that shit was dumb. Everybody knows that they can't do this to the Empress. Everybody knows that they can't do that shit. Everybody knows that she's going to protect her own coins and this, that, and the other. She's protecting her gifts. See, somebody didn't believe that you had a gift. Even whenever they were sitting here looking at you, they were still saying, no, that ain't no gift. No, that ain't no gift. No, that ain't no gift. Because they wanted to come in and take your Skrilla. They wanted to come in and get that inheritance. They wanted to come in and take that and get whatever it was that you had, but they don't have. See, people see who did what. Okay? It's all clear. It's all out in the open. And people know that you were sitting here, that they were sitting here lying on you, and that shit is coming right back on them. Now they have that burden to, those burdens to carry. And they trying to make it seem like, oh, no. You misunderstood. You misunderstood. It wasn't really like that. No, it was just like that. It was all like that. All of it. Follow your first mind. You know how it is. Don't let somebody try and lie you into believing what they want you to believe. Because there was a lie in the first damn place, and it's going to be a lie in the second place. Don't let them just trick you into believing what they want you to believe. You know the truth. You know the truth when you heard the lie. That part. You knew the truth when you heard the lie. What's the message? Yes. Somebody made a decision about a relationship, a very important relationship. They made a decision that they cannot take back. This is justice. You can't take that back. Now that your heart is broken, so the fuck what? You wasn't worrying about it when you was out there breaking hearts. You had a bird in your hand, but you decided to try and thinking that bird's gonna stay right there while you try and catch one in the bush. How dumb is that? Who does that stupid shit? What's the message? Somebody's getting ready to get some communication. Something is coming in. Somebody's going to be talking about all of this. Who was trying to do what? Who said what? Who did what? Who this, that, and the other. But it's all coming in. It's all going to come out. All you got to do is just patiently wait. Quietly listen. Have those 2 ears and that 1 mouth. And let them say whatever it is that they need to say. Because guarantee whatever they're going to be talking about, they're going to be holding a lot of it back anyway. Because they don't want to tell you the shit that they did. Or they're going to tell you the little bit of shit that they did, but they're not going to tell you the big shit that somebody else was trying to do. You can't make this up. How this person was trying so hard to get in the middle of your relationship. How they don't want to tell you about how this person was trying so hard to get in the middle of your relationship. Because they know that they sat there and tried to wait. Was it you the best or the other person the best? You the best, you did. They already know. Once you figure that shit out, you like confirmation. You're gonna be like, you know what I want you to do? I want you to go on back over there. That's where you felt safe in the beginning. That's who you felt like you had your back. That's who you felt was going to hold you down, 10 toes down, hold you down. You go back on over there. I don't give a shit if that person ain't holding you down. I don't give a shit if that person actually putting 10 swords in your motherfucking bag. The fact that you dissed and disrespected me to go over there for somebody that you knew was purposely trying to get in the middle, and you went over there, but now you don't like how them swords are feeling, so you're going to try and come back over here? Get the fuck on. Get the fuck on. Hey, Kenta. How are you? How are you doing? What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, somebody lost their damn mind. Contagious. That's what it is. Contagious 8. Yay. Okay. That's what it is. Yeah, somebody will bring you this apology. They hoping that, maybe you can kind of forgive them, because really it's their wish fulfillment now. Because what, this person finally understands that you was trying to break a generational curse. This person finally understands that you was trying to break a generational curse. you know. And this person finally got it. And now they're finally allowing themselves to be free. But while they're trying to allow themselves to be free, there's a lot of commotion still going on behind the scenes. There's still a lot of rumors and a lot of lies, and somebody's still making some shit up. But don't worry about it because you are extremely protected. God ain't letting nothing happen to you. Nothing. Every time somebody tries something, God is right there to see it. And block it. Yeah. Yeah. They realized they was not loyal. Not loyal in the least. That's why you walked away. That's why you walked away to let them figure their own motherfucking shit out. Oh, you think that you can be happy? No. Yes, that's you left that person for them to figure their own shit out. You said, okay, you want to see all of it, let it all come out. And now all of this is coming out. All of it's coming out. And this person is like, damn, what the fuck was I doing? Why was I sitting here fighting so hard against the person that was trying to protect me? You left them in that cycle. You was like, bye. I hope you like that cycle. I hope you like the merry-go-round. Now, everybody they thought was down for them, they had their back. Everybody was like, oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't have your back like that. No, 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 no. No, I was just going to stand behind you. Meaning, not that I had your back when I said I'm behind you. I meant in case some gorilla or something come out, they're going to get you first. If I'm standing behind you, they give me a better chance to get away. Someone is now starting to see, and they're realizing they shouldn't have gambled with love. They gambled. They gambled and they lost. When you was like, okay, see ya. You was like, bye, Jose, and you left. Then all of a sudden, that's when that heart broke. That's all of a sudden whenever they was like, well, wait a minute. Things ain't turning out right. Wait a minute. That's when they realized that when you left, you took your healing with you. You took your healing with you. You gone. And yes, you was gone. Spirit moved you forward. And that's whenever the devil took over this house, this establishment. When you left, that's when the devil took over. Almost like I see the devil going, ha 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 ha. That's how I'm pitching it. You know, somebody didn't realize that shit. They didn't realize love was the most important thing, but they got themselves in a little bit of a pickle. Trying to listen to somebody else who don't have an inkling about love, whose heart is not even open. Yeah. Now they starting to wonder what else did they not see? You know, what else did they not see? Because they surely did not see you. And they surely did not know that you were so peaceful. You really are. Doesn't make a difference how loud your voice is. Doesn't make a difference if you curse. Doesn't make a difference what comes out your mouth. You really are a peaceful person. You may have to stand up for yourself. You may have to protect yourself. But this person is finally realizing and seeing you are a peaceful person. They're seeing that they was the wizard. They was the warlock. They was the dark witch. They was the ones who was trying to make your life hard. They see that now because that truth is out there. They didn't want to recognize it. They didn't want to believe it, but they have no choice but. It was their lies. It was their confusion. It was them. It wasn't you. It was them. So all this shit that somebody's going through, They know it's all them too. That's what they deserve. That's what they get. In fact, they feel like this is what they need so that they can finally break that curse, break that mold. That this person just wants to be free. They want to be done with whatever it is. They want to be have those chains loosed. Yes, yes. Because you know what this person feel like they should have fought for you. You know, they feel like they're going through karma because they didn't fight for you. They didn't stand up for you. The one they should have stood up for. They should have had some courage with them to stand beside you. They should have exercised their strength. They should have let everybody know, no, you're wrong. This person is right. All of you are wrong. Can't make that up. I just saw the Five of Wands. But you know, it's like yeah. All of a sudden is somebody seeing that they took a gamble and what they got was not worth it. They didn't get shit. They didn't get shit. You know, they sat there and they gambled you, listening to some bullshit that somebody else was talking about. They gambled and they lost. We're gonna get another deck. They thought that they could hold something back, like you was just gonna stay there. You was gonna be like, oh, you wouldn't go over there and do something else with somebody else. Well, okay, I'll just be right here waiting. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna go nowhere. No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I'll just be right here waiting, like a toy you put up on the shelf. No, they came back. They was like, damn, where you go? You was like, you thought I was gonna wait for you? That shit ain't happening. Bottom of the deck, we got the Six of Pentacles. I told you something from the past. Something from the past is somebody now wants to put to rest. They want to let that shit go. You know, it's like somebody they was working so hard on something. They was putting a lot of time and a lot of energy into it. You know, but whatever it was like not the right thing. They find out now that what they should have worked on, what they should have put their time and energy into, was building something with you. That's what would have gave them victory. Building something with you because you were the star. Now this person, now they want to put this closure because this is that is Ten of Swords, because they see that investment. They want to that investment that they thought was gonna be all of that. There wasn't shit with it. And in fact, they find out that they was deceived the entire time, and but that is what they get. That's what they get. God put that judgment down and said, "Listen, that's what your ass gets because you was trying to give somebody else all these burdens to carry." When it was not for you to give anyone any burdens to carry. Like, who the fuck are these people? Thinking that they can give you something that they can't do. That they can wish upon you to have something that they can't, a burden that they can't carry. It's like, come on now. Oh, who the fuck are y'all? What's the message? What is the message? Thank you. Yes, something that they was working on so long. Something that they was working on so hard. They was putting their time and their effort in it. But now they got to let that shit go. They got to let all that shit go. Because they said, you know what? This time I'm listening to God. I'm not going to let God kick me in my ass no fucking more. Because they know that this chariot, they got to get on. If they want to move forward, they got to get in this car right now. because God said, I'm moving, I'm leaving. The train is leaving the station now. If you want to be in there, you better be in there right now, because I'm not, something about the past. Spirit said, I'm not going back there. I'm not going back there. If you wanna get in this train, if you want to get in this car, you better get your ass in here now, because the train, the car is leaving the track. Something's leaving. Somebody know they don't have no more time. They don't have another minute. They can't. Oh, can you hold this while I look for my? No, no, no. They got that. Oh, you got to go now. Anything else? Family or friends look at you like, yeah, yeah. They sure do. They sure do. And those be the ones that think they can just really take advantage of you. And you're going to be like, well, it's okay. It's family. It's family. No, hell with that. No. Spirit said no. Working to be, no. You got to use your discernment about working with people, because they will cause you a loss. No. One time I had a cousin of mine talk about some, we're family. You got to give till it hurts. Bitch, how you think I'm feeling right now? It's already hurting. It is already hurting. And that was the truth. It was already hurting. No. How about I don't have to give until it hurts? How about I give what I can give, and that's it? Nothing more, nothing less. Appreciate what I can do, and that's it. Appreciate what I have done. Appreciate what I'm willing to do. And even appreciate the shit that I say. I'm not trying to do all that. I ain't trying to do all that. But you can go ahead and appreciate the fact that I let your ass know I ain't trying to do all that shit before I leave. You know what I'm saying? Right. If I can give it all. You are so right, Deborah. You are so right. If I can give it all. But I don't have to give to put myself in a bad situation, because you are in a bad situation. That shit don't make sense. There's no need for both of us to be in a bad situation, because you got your shit fucked up. Because you got your shit fucked up don't mean that I have to. What you say, Nancy? Try you when you done got old. Right. When you got older in life, then when you were young, thinking that they're these glasses, that they're smarter, and they act like they older with Alzheimer's. Right. Like, what was you thinking? We got wiser as we get older. Right. Exactly. Girl, I'm going to put my contacts back in just so I can read the screen, read the comments. These glasses, they got that bifocal, so I like do like this and like this just to read and see and shit. I know y'all was like, what's she looking at? What's she saying yes to? I'm not saying yes. I'm trying to adjust my eyes. I'm trying to read some shit. Just kidding. What's the message? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Oh, I saw that devil card pop up. Like he wanted to put his little 2 cents in. You can keep your little 2 cents to yourself, devil. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. Yep. Something about you being very nurturing, and continue to do that. See, because you're very nurturing, they think that you're a fool. No. You see beyond what they can think that you see beyond. You know, fool. You know, fool, you know when to leave, when to get in your car and leave because there's some conflict that's starting. There's some shit that somebody's trying to start. You know, you ain't no fool. You ain't no fool at all. But you know what, this relationship, it's like this relationship is in view. Something about this relationship is special. It's meant, it's divine. You know, something about this relationship. And y'all will be together because there's a victory there. But somebody's curious. Somebody wants to see if, once again, someone wants to see if they can get in the middle of it. They want to see if they can do some little separation magic or something. They want to see exactly how strong you are and how strong they are. It's like they want to secretly come against you, but it's not going to work out well for them at all. See, this person wants to secretly come against you, but they're going to end up that they're going to find themselves stuck quickly. Everything, all roads are going to lead back to this person. All roads are going to lead back to this person, and that's going to be the end of them and whoever they worked with, because all of them are losing. All of them are losing. Like I said, somebody, they had a choice. They had a choice. But, you know, maybe they thought long. Maybe they thought long because they surely thought wrong. Yeah, somebody used fantasy. They should have used fantasy instead of logic. Logic would have told them, don't go that way. Don't go that way. That's wishful thinking. You doing that shit with wishful thinking. Like I said, somebody had a bird in the hand. They thought that bird was going to stay right there while they go try and get a different bird in the bush. And now their logic is telling them that's why your ass is sad. Because you had everything, but you chose to fuck it up and throw it away. That's why your ass is sad. Because you was stupid. You wasn't thinking. You wasn't thinking to think that somebody else wasn't going to be thinking. That's what the problem was. They thought, oh, they won't question me. I'll just say stay right here, and they'll obediently stay. And I'll go and do whatever I want to do, and then I'll come back and they'll be right there. They're not going nowhere. Shit. They was like, stay right here. You was like, excuse me, motherfucker, what did you just say to me? What? How about you stay your ass right there? Ain't nobody trying to do all that shit. You moving around, I'm moving around too. In fact, I got some move around plans already. Yes. Even when, and this person, it's like this person was, they was trying to be diplomatic whenever they said that shit, whatever they was trying to get you to do. But you saw right through it. You saw it. They was trying to be diplomatic, but you was like, oh, fuck that. No. Mm-mm. Been there, done that before, boo. I know that game. Okay, you're not gonna have me stringing along, waiting on you forever, while you out here pulling some little magic strings, trying to get you a new love, trying to see if you can get some stability somewhere else so that you can come back and cut me off, and then I gotta sit here and try and heal myself and not understand what the fuck went on, thinking that, oh my gosh, well maybe it was I did something wrong in the past. Fuck that. Fuck that. No. How about I cut your ass the fuck off right now? You can go. You can leave. Get the fuck out of here. Scat, skadoodle. Beat it. Skit. Get. Bye, boy. Bye. Somebody know that shit is done. They know that shit is done. Whoever you were, you sent a strong message. You was like, think it's a motherfucking game if you want to, bitch. I don't know if that's the message that was sent. But, hey, AJ, somebody sent a message. What's the message? Oh, Yes, that this motherfucker was living in a fantasy land. They was living in a fantasy land. They had shit all fucked up. They really did. They thought that they was going to be able to do something with somebody else, make something with somebody else. They're going to travel around the world. That way, it wouldn't just be all up in your face. But you knew. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some thinking in this motherfucker shit. This motherfucker has said this, that, and the other, and they was going to do, and they wanted me to do what? Hold up. 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 Now, I know I bring all the sunshine with my 10 of cups. I know I am that one with my 10 of cups, boo. But you got a choice. You got a choice. You can either get right, with the hierophant and move forward like accordingly like you should, or motherfucker, you can get left. It don't make a difference to me because either way, I'm good. Either way, I'm good. Yeah, somebody they was like shocked, like, but wait, I thought I was dealing with the Queen of Cups. You are. You are dealing with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups with the fucking brain. Yes. Somebody thought they was gonna be courageous. They thought they had the game gone. They just knew they was gonna be able to do this. But now they not too sure. Now they see that little bit of courage they had, that clarity that they thought they had, led right to a loss. Right to a loss. So yes, they thought that they was gonna they thought they was gonna have something stable, waiting for them at home. Now that little celebration they thought they was getting ready to go do, they like no. I better chill the fuck out on that one because I do that. She ain't never gonna let this one lie. She will never forgive me, ever forgive me for this shit. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Especially if you out there creating situations for new love. You sure right about that. Hey, Red Violet. Sure right about that. So, yes, indeed. Yeah, they was living in a fantasy world. Yeah, and that new love, that's not going to be no new love. This person was living in a fantasy world. What the fuck was they thinking? What was they thinking? World and 10 of Pentacles. They thought that things was going to go in their favor. That's what they thought. They thought that everything was going to go in their favor, and then they would just be able to quietly cut you out, go on with the rest of their life. You be sitting there thinking, damn, well, what just happened? And they're like, oh, I'm good. It's all good. This shit is not happening like that. God is like, oh, that's how you thought it was going to happen? God said, watch this. Watch me do this. Watch the hand. Watch it. Watch it. Watch the hand. How many fingers I got up? How many fingers, huh? Tell me how many fingers I got. This person was like doing all this. I don't know, God, you're moving too fast. That's right, motherfucker. I'm moving too damn fast. What's the message? Anything else? Anything else? This all must have been the truth. Oh, yes, honey. This was the truth about somebody trying to invest their time with somebody else, thinking that they had a really good plan and shit, but you already gave them a message or something to think about. And now this person is actually afraid of you. They're afraid of you because they know that you're very spiritual. And you know, when we tell people we're spiritual, they all of a sudden go to us like moving shit across the room with just our thoughts. It don't work like that. I wish it did. Do you know how clean my house would be if I could just do that shit? I would be like, let me vacuum clean. Vacuum cleaner, let me concentrate. Then it's the whole shit, the vacuum cleaner's on. Shit is dusting and mopping and shit itself. It don't work like that. We don't have that much damn power. Y'all be tripping out over nothing. Over nothing. As long as you treat us right, God is going to treat you right. See, they're afraid of us. Like we doing something. No, we ain't doing nothing. We just sitting there watching you act a fool. That's it. We sitting there like, oh, you doing this? Oh, okay. We watching you act a fool. And then whenever the clouds come, the thunder and the lightning strike, the bricks from the top of the castle, from the tower start falling and shit. Alligators come from nowhere, dogs and they snarling teeth, cats and their claws and shit, hyenas and their crazy ass laughing. Elephants want to step on you. Monkeys want to throw shit at you and everything. And you thinking it's us? It's not us. That was the shit that you did against us. God said, watch this. You thought that you was throwing some shit. Watch this. King Kong, come on over here. Get you a big pile of dung and throw it at that person. King Kong was like, I don't know what gorillas sound like. I don't know what gorillas sound like. I ain't been to the zoo in years. But anyway, if that's what the gorillas sound like, then I was doing the best impression. So, yeah. So, all right, y'all. I'm going to end it right here for this morning. We have a meeting, and after the meeting, I'll be back on. Let's do some free questions today. Whatever your free questions are, throw them in the chat. You can throw them in the beginning of the chat. You don't have to wait, and let's just go ahead and do that. Okay. Hi, Sia. How are you? Okay. Yes. All right. Well, Sia, I'm glad that you were able to make it. All right. Yes, that's right. And get ready for the virtual event that Sip and See. Woo! Yes, I'm ready. All right, y'all. I'll be back in a little bit. Thanks so much for hanging out this morning. And let me see, 10. Look for me in a little bit, maybe a couple hours. All right. Thank you. Love you all. Bye now.